common carrier. 4. These parts are denoted by the clinic to the wholesaler, who turns around and denotes them to the buyer. The buyer then reimburses the wholesaler for the cost of uh, retailing the parts. In the end, nobody is technically buying or selling everything, but they or buying or selling anything, but they all get what they want, and a lot of money changes hands. A number of years ago, an abortion industry inside came forward with shocking details of how this organ harvesting operation actually functions. The following is a very eye-opening from the article. It was an interview that shocked America, an insider spilling the beans on massive malpractice to a reporter on ABC 2020. Only this time, it wasn't Big Tobacco and the gun sites. It was U.S. abortion industry exposed as harvesting the organs from aborted babies, according to former abortion clinic technician Dan Alberti. Clinics were harvesting eyes, brains, hearts, limbs, torsos, and other body parts for sale to the scientific market. Laboratories wanted to test new drugs on or processors or researchers trying to find the cause of genetic disorder or discover new ways of treating disorders like Parkinson's. Sometimes babies actually survive the internal abortion process, and workers actually have to kill the babies themselves before harvesting the organs. Motherfuckers, man. It says Alberti worked for a Maryland agency called the Atomic Gift Foundation, which is necessarily acted as a brokerage between universities and researchers seeking baby parts, and the abortion clinics providing the raw materials. Alerted by the clinics about the race and gesticles, babies due to the abortion each day, the AGF technicians would match the offerings with with parts ordered on their clinic list, and his colleagues would turn up at the abortions that offered the best donor prospects to bring discarding and excreting what they need before decay set in. We would have a contract with an abortion clinic that will allow us to go in to procure fetus tissue for research. We would get a generated list each day to tell us what tissue researcher, pharmaceuticalists, and universities were looking for. Then we would go and look at the particular parental chart, parton chart. We had to scan out anyone who had STDs or fetal abnormals, whatever it is. These had to be the most preferred specimens we could give these researchers for the best value that we could sell for. We were taking eyes, livers, brains, I don't know if especially uh, chronic blood, every blood from the limbs that we would get from the veins. He said, I'm told of seeing babies wounded but alive after abortion procedures, and in one case, a set of twins still moving on the table when cleanliness from AGF began dissecting the children to harvest their organ. The children, he said, were clawing each other and gasping for breath when medics moved in for the kill. You can read the rest of the shocking article right here. So, are you sick to your stomach yet? This is a hard article to write, but the American people need to be confronted with the truth. If we ignore the horrors going on right on our nose, then that would make us like so many of other nightmarish societies throughout history that we rightly condemn. Sadly, most Americans don't even realize that large numbers of customers' products on our supermarket shelves contain ingredients which have been cultivated using aborted human fetal cell linings. Yeah, so many of the products that you digesting or eating or taking in have aborted human fetal cell linings in it. And that's wicked. This information is too hard to find, but people do not like to talk about it. There are pieces of price lists for human fetus tissue all over the internet. You can find one example right here. So does it bother you that aborted babies are being chopped up and sold to researchers all over America, or are you perfectly fine with it? Please feel free to leave a comment with your thoughts below. Damn. It's probably gonna get my page shut down, but it's whatever, man. This shit, man, this madness has to be brought out. Alright. Ethicist argues killing newborn babies should be allowed. Shocking reminder that eugenics beliefs underpin medical establishments. Okay, this one ain't a long one. Alright. From February 28, 2012. So this is from this year. It says a paper published in Journal of Medical Ethics argues that abortions should be extended to make the killing of newborn babies permissible, even if the baby is perfectly healthy, and a shocking example of how the medical establishment is still dominated by a eugenics mindset. The paper is authored by Alberto, Mass University, and it says the authors urge that both fetus and newborns do not have the same moral state as actual persons, and that because abortion is allowed even when there is no problem with the fetus health, killing a newborn should be permissible in all the cases where abortion is, including cases where the newborn is not disabled. The fact that both are potential persons in morality irrelevant, the authors claim, arguing that adoption is not a reasonable counter argument because the parents of the baby might be economically or psychologically burden the process, and the mother may suffer psychological distress. how the mother could not also suffer